Alright, hey everybody, Sven again. So, I'm finally getting back in the water and back to diving on a regular basis. And I started off here just going in the rivers, given that it is the winter, and that is my favorite lazy diving to do. That, you know, the perk of it is that there's no one at the boat ramp. You get on the boat, it's like 5-10 minute boat trip to one of our little spots, and then I hop in the 45 to 50 degree water and go diving for an hour or two. So, great time of year for that. I have some video footage here I'm going to show you, and some weird little finds I found. We'll see if y'all know what some of them are. I already got a tip on one of them. I found an axis vertebrae from a prehistoric dolphin. Really little one. It's fully intact. It's really neat. So I'm excited to show you guys that. The other thing I want to show you is my new fancy dive equipment. So this is my new TrustFire flashlight. It comes in right at $100. But the thing is a great value. It comes with the batteries. And so for you to get the flashlight with two of these batteries come, when you buy them aftermarket, you're like $20, $30 per battery. So you're getting a phenomenal flashlight with the batteries, with a charger, and with a sexy little carrying strap here so you don't lose it. Anyways, I'm quite happy with this, so I did want to share it with y'all. Just quick about the flashlight. It does have little double O-rings there. Just feels really good and solid. Here's the top piece. You can see it has the little ribs here. I think that's to help it diffuse the heat, because you know these LEDs put off a lot of heat if you don't have them underwater. And then inside of here is just a massive LED. The only thing I did notice about this is that there's a bit of a yellow tint to it coming off. So I am in this like snowy blizzard of a murky water. And so it shows up a bit more there, given how murky and how much sediment is in the water. I'm sure if you're in clear water, you really won't have that. Otherwise, it's a great light. It's super heavy, or super heavy duty feeling to it. It does have the status light here that shows you, if you can see that. Make it focus on that instead of me. There you go. It has a little status light there, the colors that show you how much battery power you have left. And then it has high, medium, low, and a great strobe. So I'm going to show you some of the dive footage I got, some of my neat finds. But before we do that, I'm going to run outside of my yard just so you can see how bright this is from my point of view in my yard. All right, let's do it. All right, here we go. Where'd the dog go? There's the dog. We'll try not to shine it straight at him. Let's see. Alright, so it is a little over 100 yards all the way back there to that fence. But you can see just nothing to there. I mean, it's bright as daylight. These LED lights are really amazing at what they can do now. And the best thing is that with the lithium-ion batteries is that it can stay this bright for over an hour. So, just ridiculous. We'll go through the modes here so you can see it. So that's the high, the medium, the low. So the low would actually be practical for up close. You're not going to blind yourself. And then the the strobe make my dog dizzy. So there you go. Just want to show you all that. All right, now we'll get to some dive footage.
Cold feet, cold feet, cold feet.
Alright guys, so as I do the descent going down, I like to use a stern anchor coming off the back. So it's a lightweight anchor, and you can see I actually have zip ties every 10 feet, so I can keep track of where I am with just when I touch and feel the zip ties, because you can't see anything. So you can see as we work our way down here, it gets really dark, darker and darker. Finally we hit the bottom. So you see kind of the bottom here, and it's just murky as can be, which is very disappointing because I really wanted to actually be able to show you something. And it's kind of hard. So the whole first dive, I found a few little things. I'll show you those in a second. And otherwise, I'm just going to kind of fast forward through here. There's a few cool clips here you can kind of see. You find a few things. It's mostly just a sandy and rocky bottom, kind of some gravel. So we'll skip ahead here. There we go. All right, guys. Well, I'm up for my first little dive. I was down there for like 40 minutes. So it was good enough time to get freezing cold. Anyways, I'll show you a little bit of what I got, and then we're going to move spots and try again. So this just looks like some fossilized, or what's it called? Paralyzed wood? No. Fossilized wood? Petrified. There we go. This looks like some petrified wood. Kind of neat. There's a lot of this down there. These we normally just kind of assume it's a rib bone from something. These little, I think, what did you call it? A river cookie?
Yeah.
I think it's a vertebrae.
It's the disc, juvenile. It's the disc between the vertebrae that detaches from juvenile cetaceans. Okay.
So a bunch of little shark's teeth. This little guy was real interesting, kind of triangle shape. Really heavy. I'm still not sure what that is. And this is probably about the best find of the dive. It's little, but it's in really good shape. All the serrations there. The root looks really nice, so yeah. And then what looks like some more wood. So we're gonna move spots and try again. Alright guys, so here we're back down the bottom, and the tide is almost completely out, and the visibility's gotten a lot better. A lot, being that you can see a foot. Anyways, so I'm poking around here. Here's the cool little vertebrae I told you about. Otherwise, poking along, here's a horseshoe crab. And it's actually much better to come up behind those things, because then it's really obvious what it is. If you come up in front of one and you just see the front of its head, it looks exactly like a shark's nose coming at you. And I jump out of my skin every time I see one. Here's a really old Coke bottle I found. Goes to show you that people have always littered a little bit. Poking along a little further. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is it's a whale vertebrae I found, and it's in pretty good shape. They get much bigger than this, but this one is pretty intact. It's kind of like baseball cards where you're trying to find the one in the best shape. Here's where I found my first good meg of the dive. So it came out as about 5.5 inches long. It's just really beat up. So I did get all that kind of that calcium, that oceany grime. I did get that off of it, but a lot of that black enamel that makes the teeth look really nice, that was off also. So, oh well. Alright, so finally I'm back up on the surface. I was down the first dive for about 40 minutes, and then the second dive for I think 20 or 30, and it just got too cold. So I wasn't fine enough to justify staying down there, so I came up. Alright, so this is my haul from the second dive. Very neat little vertebrae there. I'm happy it made it up here in one piece. A few little shards, nice fat little meg tooth. Another one, and all this calcium barnacle stuff, this all flakes off pretty easily. And so we'll see when I eventually get that cleaned up what kind of tooth I have underneath that. Nice whale vertebrae. A little bit of foliage. Get a little disc vertebrae there. 2 big whale ear bones there. Then a whale tooth. So nice little haul. Not bad for one morning. Alright guys, well that's all for today. Did have a good time diving. Found a nice little collection of teeth and bones and everything. So I'll get them cleaned up. See if I can't find a spot in my overpacked house for me to display those. And I did have a great time using my TrustFire. It's the DF70. So this is the brand new one on the market. It is great. I can feel the heat. I am freezing cold right now, but I can actually feel the heat from that. So it is a great flashlight. Do recommend it, and I will see you guys next time.